even, of course. I have a tendency to just sit up here and cry when I talk, and you watch me cry enough on the film, so I just will not do that. Thank you so much for being here. It doesn't go into a lot of detail in the film, but it's been really hard. We're still active at church. Some days that's a bad thing, and sometimes it's a good thing. But our weekly experience at church has been very, very difficult. We've been told things like you shouldn't come back to church, and that we make people uncomfortable. There are people that won't take the sacrament for my son when he passes it too. There have been things said by our stake president and some stake leaders that have been so hurtful and so damaging. So I feel like my cup gets drained a lot. But being here in this type of a setting with so many people that don't think we're horrible, thank you so much. I can't even tell you what it means to me to just feel of your love and your acceptance. And I know there's a lot of talk with the word tolerance lately and how much we all hoard that word. It's like I tolerate a blister, I tolerate a backache, and even the word acceptance isn't my favorite. I accept that I'm not as thin as I want to be. I accept that we'll never have enough money for 7 people in our family. But I celebrate my son. And that's the word I wish we used, not celebrate. How do you not love him? He's the cutest kid ever. And he's 15, so he's not dating for a year, so I'll be back on.
Well, I just wanted to add, I spoke briefly in the film about, I was raised in the church, and since Jordan has come out, one of the things that has just been the most abhorrent to me is the thought of parents in my church thinking that our church wants them to throw their children out of their homes. And how abhorrent a thought that is to me. And when Caitlin approached me to do this project and with our family, and that was really one of the most motivating things to me is I don't remember any time in growing up in the church that thought ever would have been okay in any context. Everything I was taught was about the strength of family and of the temple, and how Jordan is sealed to me and is part of our family. And that is the strength of Mormonism, is families. And how absolutely 180 degrees what I was hearing was from what I'd always believed. So it was really quite easy a decision to join in with Caitlin once we really saw her work. And one of the beauties of Caitlin's work is how seamlessly it works with the gospel and with the church. There's no threatening doctrines. There may be parents out there who are so concerned over the things that we're saying and how do we accept them and love the sinner and hate the sin and do these mental gymnastics. It's not even required. It's about acceptance and rejection. And all of her whole brochure fits seamlessly and is endorsed by all of the great things Bob found from the words of our prophets and our leaders have said exactly on that same thing, the strength of the family. And so it's all been very easy to join in with these on this journey. And it has been an absolute blessing to get to know all of you. And for those of you I don't know, I feel to just add a special experience that Wendy and I had yesterday, where we were able to meet with Elder Christofferson at the church headquarters. And we talked to him about our experience and the difficulty that we've had in our church and with the leadership and with members and on every hand, how challenging it is. And I don't know what I was looking for when I went into that meeting, but I knew my cup was draining really fast. But what I needed to see was the tears that were in his eyes. I needed to see the tears in his eyes and understand that he loves us and that he didn't know the answers, but he wants to find them. And I went in there looking for hope from him, and by the end of our meeting I realized he was looking for hope from us. And coming in this setting and seeing you all here, I know he's looking for that hope from us, because I don't think a group of straight men at the leadership of our church are going to be able to know the answer to this. But what I do think is I've stumbled across some spiritual giants, and many of them are in this room. And if anybody's going to be finding these answers, it's these men and these women, the people who are here. And so that's what I wanted to leave you with, that we are the hope of the church here for our own brothers and sisters who are gay.